Good morning guys, today is Tuesday 7th of January and welcome to studio vlog number 17. I have my studio light box because it's so dark and I need to finish yesterday's drawing of the day. I actually don't know if I've, don't get to focus. I don't know if I've introduced this project or not on a vlog actually. Basically I jumped on the cliche for January and decided to do a challenge for January. I'm kind of hoping it might extend on, although it may not have to be every day because it is quite time consuming. But I decided I wanted to do a challenge, so I decided to do a drawing challenge because I can show you them. Because although I draw and paint and stuff as part of Leaf Lane Studio, obviously, I don't draw the same kinds of things that I used to draw. And so I thought that this would be a good way of just kind of getting my eye in around a bit of drawing and also getting some watercolours back out again. So I've been doing some different things, and the whole idea with this project was to, in fact I did mention it in my last vlog, I remember mentioning it, but this is a bit more detail on it now we've actually started. But the whole idea is that I collect things from outdoors, whether that is a leaf from the garden or a shell from the beach or whatever it might be, and then just draw it. And it can be a really simple drawing or something a bit more complicated, but just kind of have that creative expression in the day. So what I've got, so I'm going to go in reverse order because that's just how they're stacked in this envelope, but yes, the 5th, which was 2 days ago now, I did this one. Let me turn you around to the light, I don't know if it's going to focus. And I'm writing a few notes on it. So this is a little shell, this is a kind of regular little shell I found on the beach. They're everywhere, these little shells. And I'm just putting on the card where I picked it up. So this one's from Marazion. A lot of things I pick up from Marazion. The next one, so on the 4th of January, was this. Again, let's turn you. I'm hoping this is focusing. And obviously that is a little decaying little sycamore seed. That's my favourite one so far. I really like that one. The 2nd of January was a little sycamore leaf. We've got plenty of these in the driveway right now. And day 1, oh no wait, these are not in order. I missed out day 3, for some reason they weren't in the right order. Day 3 is this shell. I didn't have a lot of time this day, so it's kind of super quick, but I like the little swatches of paint at the top as well. And then day 1 was a little shell, a little spoon clam shell that I got from Marazion Beach. And I really love the little lines on it. I think it's really pretty. It actually is now broken because I knocked it off the side downstairs. They're so fragile. They're basically transparent and really super fragile, as I learnt because I knocked it off and it broke immediately. So I'm a bit gutted about that, but I'm sure I can find another one. And then, as I showed you just now, this little ivy leaf, I ran out in the garden and grabbed this yesterday just because it was raining and I needed something to draw. So I showed you upside down. Is that the right way? There you go, doesn't matter, it's only a leaf, but so that was yesterday. So today I have no idea what I'm going to draw yet or paint yet. The plan for this morning is I've got my breakfast sitting there, I've been to the gym, I've got my breakfast over there, it's got some yoghurt and berries and some chia seeds this morning, a bit of honey and a cup of tea, and I'm going to, yesterday I did some meditation, hence the earphones. I did meditation in my office, sat upright, with my little manifestation board in front of me, and I found a really nice 15-minute manifestation meditation. I'll link it down below. I really enjoyed it and I'm going to do it again today, but before I do that I'm going to eat my breakfast and I'm going to answer an email which is really on my mind. So I need to do that, otherwise I won't be able to relax enough to meditate. And then I will take you through my little to-do list for the day, and I want to start getting you guys a lot more involved in the process of product making. I've got some ideas and I'm going to talk you through what my ideas are, and then I'm going to show you the process as I get them ready to go to print and then send them off to print and then receive them back, and we can go through this all together. So right now, breakfast time. Good morning, guys. Today's Monday. The last time I spoke to you on camera was in fact Tuesday last week. To cut a long story short, I haven't been feeling very well in myself for a few weeks in terms of physically, and whilst I've been pushing through and trying to work and function and trying to train, which by the way has not been easy. I've been really suffering in the gym, which is not like me at all. Low energy, aches and pains, pins and needles in strange places in my body, feeling generally rubbish. But I've got this back injury which had got better and now it's worse again, and so I can't really lay down because that just kicks off. I don't know if you guys can hear the wind outside. There's a storm hitting us today, and it's just sort of like the winds are getting up right now. So yeah, that's what's been going on. So I've been feeling pretty shit. Also, even though I think I mentioned it a few vlogs back that I'd come off my medication for my mental health, also slightly pondering whether I should go back on it again. I think the lack of daylight is really affecting me. It's definitely affecting my productivity. The only things that I'm being really good at is client work. The rest of the stuff I'm just not being so great at. So today I have written myself a to-do list, and I'm hoping that I can just work through that. The first thing I need to get done is a client sketch. I'm doing a piece for a lovely lady who is local to me. She's doing a pregnancy announcement, and she's asked me to do a month, like a little mini calendar with a little heart around the date that she's been given as her due date, and then some foliage around that. So I'm gonna just sketch that out and see if I get the layout down. So I need to do that today. I also need to do some website work today, put up a blog post. What else? Do my drawing of the day. I think I inserted some clips of some stuff I've been doing. And everything. But to catch you up, yesterday I had to do a bit of catching up because I've been poorly and not really done any drawings. This is from the 12th, so this is yesterday's little drawing. It's really basic. We went for a walk yesterday to Poldu Beach. I'll insert some footage of that. And I picked up this little guy. I really love these when they're all dried out and kind of looking all fragile, but it was lovely to have a walk. Poldu is always beautiful. As you can see, it's just really stunning and always looks just really majestic, and the views are awesome. So that was really nice, the first bit of fresh air I've had, other than going out at 6:15 in the morning to try and train. I also have the day before's drawing to finish, which is a little fern leaf, and these are everywhere in Cornish hedgerows, and I really love these. They're called something tongue, and I can't remember what they're called, but I will write it on here. So I've got to finish that. This I just used coloured pencil, and so I just need to add on some detail, and I might add on a little bit of gouache as a final detail. In terms of what other ones you haven't seen, I think there's just a couple. I don't think you've seen these. They have been on my Instagram. This was just a little collection of pebbles from the beach. These have been knocking about for a while. Kind of straightforward. I think I just used I used a mixture of watercolour and pencil and a bit of white gouache just to highlight some of these. So I'm kind of happy with that actually, that looks quite nice. And then this one, confession, this was from the internet, but I looked up a lady who collects beach finds, and I was feeling really poorly. I definitely wasn't going to go for a walk, and I came across this which she had collected off a beach in Cornwall, which is just a piece of pottery. I thought that was really cute, so can't own up to finding that myself, but I thought it was really nice, so I drew that. And in terms of the others, I'm not sure if you guys have seen this one. It's meant to be unfinished. It's meant to be like that, so yeah, I think you guys have seen the rest. But when the project is finished, which will definitely be the end of January, I was planning on trying to extend it, but there's just no way. It takes up such a lot of time. I think I'll probably do another similar thing maybe every couple of months as the seasons go on and there's a bit of a change in the things that I'm picking up, and also that'll give me time to have some beach walks and pick up some things that are around. So yeah, that is everything I have to tell you, I think. So today's stuff I've just written out on my little to-do list. I want to take you guys with me on some processes. This week I'm hoping to order 2 new cards in this Floral Brights collection range. One will be a thank you card, and I think the other one is just going to be a congratulations card. I've kind of got 2 designs ready to go, and I'm going to order them from a different website, which I don't know if I mentioned in my previous clip. I may have done, that I was looking for new printers to work with for some of my cards and things. So I want to try printed.com. I was just waiting for all of my sample packs to arrive, and I now have basically samples of every cardstock they do. So I'm going to order from them. They're pretty reasonable, and they do everything I'm looking for, which is awesome. I do want to bring out some gold foiled cards and things, probably towards the end of this year. Realistically, I have a lot of ideas and a lot of things I want to do, but it is literally finances at the moment. In terms of this Floral Brights collection, to complete the collection, I want 2 more cards. I want to do a matching proper to-do list, which is the same size as this one, and also it will look identical to the leafy one that I did, which I need to reorder because that's sold out. But in fact, I've got 2 left, but same size as this, but in terms of the layout, we'll have a border that matches this, and then the tick boxes and things like my, let's grab my own one, like this one. So it'll just be this version, this collection of this list, and then this one I'll reorder because they sell really, really well. And the other thing I want to release, the final thing I want to release, is I need to do a poll on it because I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but I either want to do an A5, like a daily tracker. I want to have basically the option of kind of a to-do list and priorities and things like that, but I don't know whether I should do that or not, because if I release a to-do list on this, people will probably just buy that, or maybe a weekly planner type thing. I also want to look at increasing my printables as well, in terms of planning tools. So I've had some ideas I've written down probably about a year ago now, for printed sheets that you guys can have, just pay like £1.50, £2, £1.50. Does anyone say costs like that? A couple of pounds for, and you can print them off, and once you've got the file, obviously you've got it for life, and you can print off to-do lists and things like that if you don't fancy ordering the actual physical one. So I've got to work on these things, and I don't want it to take too long, because I often have ideas and then they're still, like a year later, they're still sitting on my files. So these are some of the things I'm suffering with the whole mental health thing. I'm just unable to motivate myself. It all seems very overwhelming. It's not even a laziness thing, it's like an overwhelm thing. So anyway, going to start off by doing my client sketch first of all. I won't try and time-lapse the drawing part because it's hard to see it, but I'll show you afterwards, and I'll time-lapse the painting part. So let's get on with the day. Good evening, guys. It is just gone 5, I think. This is very bright, isn't it? Me and my little buddy here. I've just been painting all day, and you would have seen all of the clips from that. I got right old state, don't I? And now I'm just finishing yesterday's little painting. So far I haven't done anything for today. Don't know if I'm going to get time or not. I finished my bespoke painting for my client, so I'm glad I got that done today. I haven't done my drawing of the day, I haven't done any website work, I haven't done my blog post either, but I have been working all day and I'm happy about what I've done today, so that's all good. And my desk is a mess and Gizmo is bored. We have a storm outside which is super duper rainy and windy, and this one hasn't been out. Have you, Bear? Oh, her little face. She's not been out all day because it's been so gross. So right now I'm just going to finish this little picture and then I am going to go and sort out some dinner because I am blooming hungry. And then I will try and maybe do my sketch tonight whilst I'm watching TV or something. And yeah, and then my list of stuff to do will just have to go on to be to-dos for tomorrow as well. But at least I've worked all day, which is a bonus considering I've been feeling so goddamn awful and have no energy. But it's all good. So, are we settling down? Impossible to work with her here. Right, let's carry on. Good morning, guys. I am just sitting down to start my work day, and I am going to wrap up this piece that I did yesterday, which I definitely took some clips of, but this is the final piece. So this is a, I don't know if it's focusing on it, this is a pregnancy announcement. There we go. So I am going to be offering these up for on Leaf Lane Studio. They are at the moment just individual hand painted calendars, so eventually when I release my new website I'll make sure that I get those on there. But in the meantime, if you're interested in one of those, just drop me a message on Instagram, which is, I'm basically Leaf Lane Studio across all social media, or if you want to drop me an email, my email is hello@leaflanestudio.com. So I'm going to get to work on wrapping that up. Then I'm going to take that over to the girl who's bought that. She's really local, so I'm just going to drop that off and come back. I've got to do drawing of the day for 2 days. I didn't do yesterday's. I finished off because I've been poorly. I'm sort of a day behind, so I've got to catch up with that. Do some website work and a few other little bits and pieces that I need to do. But for now, let's get to work packaging this painting. We are back and interrupting your viewing with a feature that has been widely re-requested. I don't know if that's a word.
You know,
there's been at least one vote for bringing back the fact of the day that used to be featured in my vlogs on a regular basis. It's been quite a while now though, hasn't it? Since I've been doing studio vlogs, I haven't had a fact of the day from Joe. And due to popular demand of at least one person, two people.
Because one of them's me.
Well, you don't count because it's your fact of the day, but... Helen, this is your fault, and I will now pass you over to the fact master. Here we go.
Good day! We are back. The fact of the day. About space things, and today's fact of the day.
Space things? Is that near Hastings? Is that near Hastings?
Space things. And today's fact of the day is about neutron stars. A neutron star is the remnants of like a big old star that has died. What happens is the star kind of explodes in on itself under its own gravity. And although that's really, really big, if you were to get a teaspoon out of your kitchen drawer and go up to the neutron star with your little teaspoon and take a little teaspoon scoop of neutron star up in your teaspoon, how heavy would that weigh, do you think?
I have no idea. A lot, I'd
And
imagine.
I'll tell you how heavy it will
A
weigh.
bloody lot more
A
than
little
sugar, I'm
teaspoonful,
sure.
bit more than sugar, a little teaspoonful of neutron star would be 6 billion tons.
Wow. That's insane. If you want more facts of the day, then you need to give this video a thumbs up. So it's going to get at least 1 thumbs up.
From me.
And Helen, hopefully, when she's in the bath. Because Helen only watches my videos when she's in the bath for some reason.
Well,
You've been outed. Alright.
and the thought for the day is on stars. What if they're not stars, but they're breathing holes for us all on Earth to breathe through? Anyway, on that note, thank you and have a good day.
Morning guys, today's Friday. I'm going to shut down this vlog this morning so that I can pick it up and start vlogging again for next week. But I wanted just to sort of give you a little taster of what I'm going to be talking about in next week's vlog, or the next vlog on. I've been working behind the scenes on my website and I'm going to be giving away a freebie as part of my newsletter list. Anybody who's already subscribed will get this at some point, but I'm relaunching my wedding planning checklist, which I launched when the business first started, and I just updated it a little bit. But because not everybody comes to my site for weddings, I wanted to add on a freebie that would, so you'll get the wedding planning checklist link come through, which obviously you don't have to have, but you also get a link for one of these planner sheets. I will show you this in more detail in a second, but I'm going to be selling a few more printables in my shop soon on Etsy and on my website, and so I've created one of these as a freebie so you can get the gist of how my planner sheet looks and see whether you like it. And I'll be selling it in a pack of 4 colourways, and printables are super cheap and they're a nice way of having something for life that you just paid £1 or £2 for. And I really like planning in this style, so I'll turn you around and I'll show you what this one consists of. This is not the best print off because my printer is, as I always tell you guys, is not the best. So it prints off as an A4. If you're lucky enough to have a printer that goes edge to edge, obviously that's how it will print, which always looks better. Here on my computer screen I'm just setting them up as to take, you know, to do little publicity photos of them, marketing pictures, you know what I mean. There's 4 colours, so let me show you it actually open on a PDF. Here we go. So it's like a beigey colour. This is what you get if you pay for it. A beigey colour, a blue, the green, and like a teal. That's 1 pack. But I am going to be bringing out different kind of versions of the same thing in different colourways. So pinks and sort of spring colours and more greys or muted colours. And that'll be available soon. So I'm going to get to work on those. But yes, in the meantime, this will be the freebie, this 1 page that you'll be able to print. Now, so at the top it just says weekly planner and then week commencing, you can pop that in there. But I've also put in here some little arrows for dates, so you can just add in the date in there. And then each column of the days of the week have 4 main top priorities, and then it just goes into lines underneath that. So I tend to find that I work much better if I give myself between 2 and 4 bigger jobs to do in the day, and then I tick those off, and then it just goes on to kind of smaller jobs, errands to run, that sort of thing. So Monday to Friday are nice big columns, and then Saturday and Sunday smaller columns with just 2 priorities. And then along the bottom here you've got for next week, so if you're anything like me, there'll definitely be a couple of things that need to be pushed on to next week. And then just general notes, a bit of room for scribbles, and then moments of gratitude. So that's my planner sheet freebie. If you're on my Instagram, you'll see that that would have gone live. Like I said, if you are an existing newsletter subscriber, you'll get this anyway. And I'll let you guys know when these go up for sale, but I'm going to put a few different colourways up first. And this is kind of a basic, more minimalist looking one, just because it's just got a few of my hand drawn leaves and little botanical details around the edges, but I'm going to be bringing them out to match this range, so the Unbelievable range, and also to match the Floral Brights range as well. So there'll be printables and physical items in all of these ranges. And yeah, that's what I'm working on, as well as my website update, so it's all coming together at the same time. I'm going to leave this vlog here for today and pick it immediately up and start the next one, but make sure guys, if you've enjoyed this content, you like my vlogs, please subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up to show that you like it. It really does help. It's very hard to grow a YouTube channel. I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm not even at 600 yet, but the more that you share and like and subscribe, tell your friends about this channel if you enjoy the content that I'm making, that would be great, because I'd really like to increase my subscriber count on here, because it does help grow the business, and that's obviously something that I am looking to do. So to be continued on the planner sheets and all of that stuff in the next vlog, but for now I will say goodbye, and I will see you probably looking exactly like this in the next studio vlog.